I've got a handful of situations where DGUs were successful in deterring crime. First picture. In 2007, former cop and volunteer security worker Gene Assam saved the day at New Life Church in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Thousands of people were exiting from the Sunday Mass that day as the shooter opened fire. However, Assam ran toward the line of fire, killing the shooter and saving countless lives. Gun 2A, concealed carry is not just for men. This is a brave woman that took care of business on her own, saved countless lives at this church. Next one, Alton Nolan of Moore, Oklahoma, was charged with first-degree murder in the gruesome beheading of a Vaughn Foods worker. I remember this story.
Yep.
His rampage was halted by Mark Vaughn, a reserve sheriff's deputy and the company's chief operating officer, who used his personal firearm to wound Nolan. I remember this story.
Yep.
I think it was a Muslim extremist up there.
I believe that's correct. Yeah.
In Garland, Texas, number 3, 2 gunmen opened fire outside of the Prophet Muhammad cartoon drawing contest in 2015. I remember this one too.
Yep.
A swift reaction by police and security at the event prevented all but the two attackers from being. So the two attackers ate some bullets and everybody else went unscathed. Next one, in 2013, a shooter opened fire at the Price Middle School in Atlanta, Georgia. However, after wounding only one student, the suspect was disarmed by an armed guard who was stationed at the school.
I just want to point out, there again, it's a school, and armed response at the school stopped.
There you go.
Potential.
But they're telling us now that that doesn't work.
That doesn't work.
That doesn't work. Yeah. History obviously does not count for these guys. Next one, number 5. An 18-year-old mother saved the life of herself and her baby in Blanchard, Oklahoma. There was a knife-wielding intruder that was attempting to enter Sarah McKinley's mobile home shortly after her husband died of lung cancer in 2012. After breaking in, McKinley fired, killing one suspect and scaring the other intruder off. That's a good story.
Yep.
Number 6, a 71-year-old man saved the lives of many at an internet cafe in Florida in 2012. When robbers entered the cafe with weapons, Samuel Williams pulled out his gun and scared off the suspects. That is a BDU that probably would not have been put in the news, right? Because
there was no shots.
No shots,
yep.
But saved countless lives.
Yep.
A 69-year-old grandmother protected herself in her home in Alabama in 2010. After hearing a burglar break into her house, Ethel Jones fired 3 shots, wounding and scaring off an intruder who was later arrested by the police. I'm seeing a lot of old folks, some women. I mean, these are some good stories.
Yep.
And that's who who needs defended the most.
Yes, because the firearm, suddenly it equalizes that playing field.
You're not an old decrepit human. You're somebody that can fight back and defend yourself.
Yep.
2012, a 14-year-old boy saved himself and his younger siblings after an armed intruder entered their home. After breaking into their home and pointing a gun at the 14, 12, and 8-year-olds, the 14-year-old fired, placing the intruder in the hospital and saving his family. Good story for a young kid.
Yep.
That's a good parenting right there. So that dude had definitely been coached by his dad or his mom, probably been to some classes, had the confidence to go up against the bad guy.
Yep.
Next story, a pregnant mother of 2 saved herself and her children after 2 intruders entered her home in Ashtabula, Ohio. Shout out to Ohio. After refusing to let the 2 intruders in, they broke down her back door. As they proceeded up her stairs, she shot at them, hitting one intruder and scaring both of them off until police arrived. Next one, would-be robber was shot in 2006 by an employee at the Media Madhouse in Indiana. After the suspect entered the building holding a gun on an employee and demanding money, a second employee jumped into action and shot the suspect, saving both employees and the customers.
Good deal.
And the last one, and there are countless more, but these are some of the highlight ones. 72-year-old, another.
Yep.
It's not octarian. What's 7? I don't know. 72-year-old Jan Cooper saved her life and the life of her 85-year-old World War II veteran husband, who was confined to a wheelchair. In 2013, a man was breaking into the Cooper's Southern California home when the grandmother fired 1 shot from her .357 Magnum Smith & Wesson revolver, which scared the burglar off. Only thing that would have been better on that story is if she planted one right square in the middle of the center mass.
Yep.
But Bottom line, and in a nutshell, there are countless, according to these surveys, millions of BGUs over any year that shows that actual guns do save lives.
Yep. And one thing I want to point out, because a lot of these, some of the dates were a little older.
Yep.
But these type of, defense uses of firearms, they occur every single day. These are just some of the more noteworthy that have been, that are findable. But we can kind of make a point if you guys want, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
We can, we probably won't do it, every show, but at least once a month we can maybe, throw some of those out because, we get a lot of the reports and things like that, just to show you that, that this is constant.
Yep. So, and you don't hear about it because the media does not want you to know it.
Right. And as soon as, a lot of times even, you might notice sometimes there'll be a self-defense with a firearm, but it doesn't look like self-defense at first. So
right.
it'll be all over the news. And then when it turns into self-defense,
it goes away.
It's gone.
Yep.
So I hope you've enjoyed this clip from the Craig's Gun Channel Random Shots program. The program airs Thursdays at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. On Random Shots, we discuss content from ranging anything from preparedness, survival, politics, firearms, basically anything that's 2A related, with sometimes some rabbit trails and things that aren't related at all. If you enjoy this type of programming, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release new content. And if you like it, hit the like button and share us if you would as well. It helps the algorithm and helps the channel grow and helps get our message out. So I guess until next time, stay safe.